Hi, thanks so much for joining me. So today I have with me another one of the new Tom Ford quads. So again, he released 5 new eyeshadow quads for spring 2020, and he is coming out with some new eye and face palettes as well. I did not purchase all of the 5 eyeshadow quads. I purchased 3 of the 5. 2 of them just didn't interest me. So yesterday I reviewed De La Creme, which is up if you'd like to see that video. Today I have with me Mink Mirage. So Mink Mirage, this is number 27, Mink Mirage. And this is what I believe is a replacement to Cocoa Mirage. So here, let me put it right. So this is the color story for Mink Mirage. So you have 4 shades. They are all mattes. And these are more of the pressed powder formula, not the wet dry formula that we had with the holiday quads and some of the other quads last year. So we've got these 4 shades. I am wearing them on my eyes now. So if you stay tuned, you'll see an eye look, to create this if you are interested. And overall, I personally really like this. Cocoa Mirage, I know, is a favorite of a lot of people. It was not my personal favorite, but I really, really like the Mink Mirage. So let me go ahead and swatch these, and then we can get into some of the eye look. All right, so I'm going to swatch these in order from 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go ahead with number 1. And you can see here how easy that was to get the pigment up. And it's going to be like a creamy color. And, there's a little bit of a slightly warmish peachy tone to the cream. You know how creams always have like a little bit of an undertone that kind of leads one way or the other. Like if you paint a cream wall, or same is true of a gray wall, like what I have behind, the different lighting can kind of give it different undertones. This one, I would say, is a little bit of a peachy look to it. Okay, so number 2, this one here. And this is going to be like a light tan. And again, there's a slight peachy undertone to it, but it's not overly warm. Number 3 is going to be more of like a milk chocolate kind of color. So all of these powders feel very smooth. They're very pigmented. They're really easy to pick up. And I'm not getting like really much kickback or anything in the pan. So you can see here, it's really not producing any excess powder. This one here is a black. So actually, black pigmented powders typically, can be very patchy and very kind of dry and a little bit more of a crumbly texture. I feel like this one is pretty smooth. Like I actually didn't really notice a texture difference with these. And when I used it, I actually only used it for liner so far, but I haven't really had any issues. I have like the tiniest smidge on the outer corners of my eyes. It blended well with the others, and I didn't have any issues with application there. So these are the 4 matte colors in Mink Mirage. I personally really like these. I think they work well together, and I think this is a great neutral look. I think it can be, you can create a subdued or a more smoky, like a brown smoky eye look with this. And, I just think it's pretty versatile. So I will let you guys know if I experience any fallout or creasing or fading or anything throughout the day. I'll give you guys an update at the end of the day. But for right now, if you are interested, stay tuned for this particular eye look, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. So thanks so much. Have a great day. Hi, thanks so much for joining me for a quick update. So it has been 8 hours now since I first applied my makeup, and you can see that the Tom Ford eyeshadow quad, this is the Mink Mirage, it's holding up very well. So I haven't noticed any creasing. There's no fallout or anything underneath my eyes. It hasn't noticeably faded or anything. It still looks pretty much the way it did when I put it on this morning. So other than that, I haven't touched anything up except for lip gloss throughout the day. So this is how everything wore for me. So overall, I think it's been really nice. So I haven't had any eye irritation or anything like that. And overall, thumbs up from me. So I'll see you in a bit. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to call these by number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to start off with using shade number 2. And I am going to use the Sonia G Jumbo Blender brush. And I'm going to lay this basically all over the majority of my lid and into the crease. So I'm just going to get a little bit on the brush. And I'm just going to cover everything and then just kind of blend upward and just a little bit above the socket line. So next I'm going to go in with shade number 3, and I'm using the Sonia G. This is the soft shader, and I'm going to put this down on the outer 2/3. Next, I'm going to go in with, this is the Sonia G Worker Pro, and I'm gonna go in with the white number 1 shade. This is really more of an ivory. I'm gonna dab a little bit in the inner corner and just kind of dab a little bit on the edges, and I'm actually just tapping it on. I'm going to blend that out in a minute. And then I'm going to use the tip of my brush, get a little bit up there. I'm just going to put this up here under the arch and kind of on the brow bone. Now before I go ahead and blend any of that, I'm going to take the Sonia G Mini Booster, and I'm going to add a little bit of shade number 4 onto the tip. And I'm going to smudge my upper lash line with this. Anything extra, I'm just going to put it on the outer corner just for slightly more depth. Using the same brush, I'm going to go back into number 3, and I'm using the tip again. I'm going to do my lower lash line. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take just kind of like a larger brush. This is rougher number 15, and I am going to just kind of blend out any of these rougher edges. So I'm just gonna, remember I put the ivory shade here, and I went up a little higher with shade number 2, so I just want to make sure those blend well together. Alright, and then I'm just checking the lids, make sure everything's kind of blended there. Just gonna tap that a little bit. Alright, I think everything has a pretty smooth gradient. And these shadows actually blend it really well. They seem very pigmented. All of the colors showed up on my lids, even the lightest. So I'm actually very happy with the way they performed so far. So I'm going to finish this off with some mascara, and I'll be right back. Thanks so much. Okay, so I am back. I added some mascara, and I think this is a really nice neutral eye look. I think it's very work appropriate, it's sophisticated, but yet it's not super blah. I really like the way the shadows have performed and blended. I like the pigmentation from them. This is the Mink Mirage, which is what I'm guessing is the replacement to Cocoa Mirage. Cocoa Mirage for me was a little bit on the warmer side, so I actually didn't even buy it. I tried it on and was not a fan, so I actually do not own Coco Mirage. I know I'm probably like the only person on YouTube who doesn't, but yeah, that one wasn't for me, but I really do like this one. I think the colors work a little bit better for me without that more reddish tone in there, and yeah, this would be a great everyday eye look. And yeah, I feel like the pigment, you can get it dark enough that you could kind of vamp it up a little bit for an evening look. And so far, I'm impressed. So I will give you guys an update later and let you know how well they wear. But yeah, that's everything. So thanks so much for watching. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you again in my next video. Thanks. Have a great day.